What's up guys, Johnny here again, and today we have another ranked gameplay. This time I'm not actually playing as a tank, I'm playing actually as a fighter, some semi-carry hero. I'm playing Roger, and we are in a 5-stack with Angela, Fanny, Harley, and Hylos. Playing with Imperial Squad and Evil. So let's get right started into this gameplay. We have at the main tank Hylos, we have one Mage, Harley, and one support, Angela, as well as Assassin Fanny. I'm playing the Marksman Fire role, Roger. On the enemy team they have one main tank Johnson, one off-tank Bellman, Assassin Hayabusa, one Mage Aurora, and a Marksman Leslie. And what you see here is a pretty unconventional playstyle for Roger, I believe, because this type of playstyle is the way you should go. Personally, I think if you not given a solo lane, for example a solo lower lane or a solo mid lane due to various reasons, and as you can see right here, the key in the laning phase when you're not playing a solo lane is that you must maintain your distance. As you will notice, for the most of this game I will be playing in the marksman form of Roger, so as to maintain a distance from my enemies, especially Johnson, which is really strong in close range, as well as Leslie, which has a very long first ability, basic attack range. And what you'll notice here is that I am soon gonna have enough gold for my level 2 jungle item, but you see that I do not buy it immediately because it's pretty difficult to hit the jungle monster with Retribution manually, especially if the jungle monster is very close to the enemy heroes. And this is why I have kept my jungle item at level 1, so I can secure the gold crab. Of course, one of the problems of it is that you will constantly run out of mana, especially if you're not in the solo lane, also because you haven't upgraded your jungle item to level 2. But it's okay, just try to conserve your mana, use your first and second, try not to use your first and second skills if possible, and use regeneration for your mana, and just use a ultimate to have your mobility and damage. First, now I have my jungle item, and I made a very good teleport onto Fanny, I believe, which helped to secure a first blood kill onto Aurora. And as you can see, as with most carry heroes, you don't want to engage early on. In fact, you want to spend most of the early game farming, which I see a lot of people not doing, which is why you can see that a lot of people who are playing carry heroes like Zilong or Roger getting really bad KDA and feeding a lot in the early game. So just remember that because you're playing a fighter or a carry hero, including marksman, you need to try to avoid engagements unless they come to you, and these engagements must be set up by your team. Most likely best if it's set up by a tank. As you can see, I am just getting some vision onto the enemy, and because Johnson is coming right in, but I'm very careful not to overextend, because that will probably cause me to die. And while killing someone gives you enough gold, it gives you some gold, I don't actually think it's worth it to kill someone and die in the process, which is why I try to avoid engagements where possible when I'm playing fighter carry hero, especially if especially if I am not given a solo lane. As you can see, for a few seconds I was in wolf form, and I'm just getting beat down by Leslie, who has a range advantage in the laning phase.
An ally has slain the turtle.
Once again, playing very safe. You can just see the amount of damage that Leslie can pump out with her first skill, which is why I need to stay very close to my teammate in this dual lane. Because we see this Johnson nearby, which is why I do not want to take any chances and risk dying while taking the enemy jungle. I use ultimate to clear the wave, and here I'm just to come here to clear the wave, which some people might think it's not a good idea because I am basically taking away Harley's farm, and just sometimes just wondering whether it makes sense to do it. Harley has ulted, there's nowhere Johnson can go, and now I have my first promo item, Haskell. Of course, some of you will wonder why Haskell first. I think for some builds, Roger builds Scarlet Phantom first. Well, of course, personally, I like to take Haskell first because you can get quite some attack speed from the second ability in your wolf form, which is why I think there's no need to have Scarlet Phantom. And of course, Haskell will give you some survivability because Roger is not a typical marksman that relies a lot on attack speed. Because there's an attack speed boosting ability on Roger. The lifesteal is very useful for sustain. I see Leslie is pretty low and try to jump in, but Leslie is too far on time, and with my current damage I believe it will be insufficient to kill Leslie, which is why I have come around. I have stopped diving. So throughout this whole game, just playing very safe, because once I know that once I get to the late game, I will be able to secure some advantage. And here, it looks like our team wants to dive with Johnson. Personally, I'm not very interested in doing so, and I really want to dive a tank, simply because of course Harley went in. This is very risky. As you can see, he really exhausted everything onto Johnson, but he's still alive. For the very same reason, I did not go all in onto Johnson to get a kill. When you compare tank's death and fighter's death, in most cases, fighter's death is really big deal for the player, because the fighter is a carry hero. You end up losing a lot of farm. As you can see, I'm unable to get to Leslie, which is why I immediately shapeshifted back to a human, and I just left the engagement. Wanted to go to mid, but I saw that there wasn't much going on because I only saw Belmont at the point. So of course, because it's anyone that is not a squishy hero, I have no particular interest in. So I went back to farm. So let's leave the corner there. I have no interest in engaging because I did not have my core items yet. And of course you'll be wondering, wait, so what are the core items with Roger? Personally, I think Roger needs to play very safe until he gets the core items of Press Claw, Scarlet Phantom, Thunderbolt, and Berserkers. And once you get those 4 core items, then you should be able to engage most of the time. As you can see, we managed to reset Lord, but Fanny died as a result while helping us to reset Lord. Of course, we have no intention of taking Lord because I'm not far enough. But of course, we still hear that the enemy is taking Lord, and so we decided to follow up onto the engagement. And it turned out to be pretty successful, but the enemy still managed to get Lord. Our carry in the solo lane already has died, so there is no way that I can actually chase because I am not as fat as Hardy. I'm just probably slightly more fat slightly more fat than the enemy, which is gonna be quite difficult for me to kill this Emblem very fast. So of course, once again, going back to farm, playing the safe route. Of course, because the enemy has gotten Lord, it's really difficult to. They have quite some advantage. But of course, we still have an advantage because of gold, even if we got a Lord. But the Lord is quite a big deal, because he just puts us on the defensive side. As you can see, Hardy is right at the top. I'm actually telling my team not to go there alone because it's a horrible idea. And now, with the team's help, we managed to get a few kills and assists, and a somewhat successful skirmish over there. I was lucky enough not to die.
Our turret has been destroyed. Shut down.
Of course, as you can see, I managed to push 2 towers on our top lane. But it's kind of inevitable because because I think we're not very sure like who was the one to take on Hayabusa. Of course, there's no way Angela can take on Hayabusa. So we're just telling Angela just keep backing off and clear as much as possible. Managed to get a kill onto Hayabusa. And we're a very successful team fight because the enemy Minotaur wasn't there. And with Haas taking it down, we can take down this tower. Personally, I think that may not have been worth it, considering that you're taking your tower very slow without the minions. No interest in engaging at this moment, yes, because I am not farm enough. I'm gonna my last core item. So I'll leave most of the job to my solo laners, Fanny and Hardy. And I'm just looking to get my last item in terms of damage, which is Berserker's Fury, so that I can be on par in terms of damage.
Your team destroyed a turret.
I was thinking of going to the bottom, but it turns out there are only 2 tanks there, so I returned to mid to push the mid lane. And then at this point, that's Lord resurrecting. Nadine is saying, okay, so Roger, you can go to solo Lord. And I'm saying like, okay, sure, I can do that. But what you will see is without Berserker's Fury, taking a Lord actually takes quite some time. Because I am slightly lacking on the side of damage. And from the minimap I saw the bell was arriving, so he immediately dropped the Lord and went on to take Belmont first, because Belmont is the only one who can securely steal Lord, which could be a big deal. And now with Berserker's Fury, I have my full core item set in terms of damage, and I'm ready to go for team fights, but of course only waiting for my team to engage, my team ties to engage first. At this point we're just waiting for our lot to catch up, and we decide to follow this Lord in to take down this, to push the tower as far as we can. But it looks like our heroes have actually engaged. Johnson is crashing to us. We immediately back off because our team is actually not there. In fact, this is a pretty bad engage, I think.
You have slain an enemy.
Once I'm taking tower aggro, I immediately back off because I don't want to risk.
You destroyed a turret. Down.
I don't want to risk dying.
Killing spree.
Of course, taking tower aggro.
Enemy double kill. Your team
And
destroyed a turret.
took one more tower shot, which caused me to die there. A mistake that totally could have been avoided, which kind of is like one of a pretty big deal. In fact, we could have ended the game right there if I didn't die probably. But of course it's okay at this moment because we are still doing alright in terms of farm, and so nothing much is going on at this moment because everyone's kind of waiting for me to revive, and that's because I'm playing a carry hero. So every time a carry dies, then the team logically should wait for the carry to revive before anything should be done. If not, if you take engagement without your carry hero, most of the time it will not go too well. And in that case, I died too early on, which resulted in a downward spiral of the team fight. Of course, once again looking for another engagement, but of course we must be patient and wait for our tank to engage. And without any minions, any creep wave to push, we are just rotating around to clear the wave. Hopefully so that the creep wave arrives at the same time, so they can take down the tower. I managed to clean the meat wave without much hassle, so nothing much you can do at this point. I decided to go back to farm. Looks like Haas has engaged overall in the bottom lane. Of course, with Angela's help, I managed to secure a kill on the high, which is a big deal. We are currently in a favorable position, 5v4. Then we can just take on the enemy at this point. Of course, I'm just looking to take down the tower if possible. Well, of course, you want to be very, very careful, especially when you're split pushing, because dying is a horrible idea. And now just to try a tactic distraction, since that we have taken all the enemy towers out, I decided to try and take on this Lord on myself, hoping that the enemy team will get distracted and come over here, which can give my team some leeway in that we can push the base. Someone has used Flicker, and the engage is happening now. Of course, try to look for the enemy squishies if possible. immediately dive onto their backline, and you can immediately see the power of Roger in deleting squishy hero, especially marksman. And yes, the enemy was so distracted, they came all the way to Lord and left their base undefended, which gave us a victory. So GG, well played, I guess. And so that is the game, where about how to play Roger, I guess, if you're not given a solo lane. I mean, to be fair, Roger doesn't always need a solo lane, but it'll be good to give him a solo lane, which allows him for maximum carry potential. As you can see, our carry is our Fanny and Hardy, because they managed to get their solo lane, which allow them to do a lot more work in terms of team fight. But of course, in the late game, my damage is unrivaled in terms of sustained damage. So I hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay. This is Chou signing off. I'll see you guys next time.